Hey dudes, OverTheGun here, and on the topic of I Saw The Devil, an absolutely fantastic film I watched the other day on Love Film. In case I assume you can get the service even if you're like not from the UK, but I don't think it's going to be so great. I assume there's other better alternatives and stuff like that. I don't think the Love Film service sends DVDs and stuff over to America or wherever else, but absolutely fantastic services. Like I say, I'm sure there's other comparable ones. It's basically like you can watch films and TV shows, and you can also get game rentals out of it, all for the same low cost of £11.50 a month or something like that. It's actually quite a bargain. I made that sound like it was actually quite expensive, but it's not. For what you get, it's actually quite good. Very good. But anyway, yeah, also very good was I Saw The Devil, although looking at the ratings on the site at the moment, it only got 3.5 stars. And it actually got some quite scathing reviews from some people, and absolutely glowing reviews from others. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because it's actually quite... Well, it's not... Me personally, I didn't find this film very difficult to stomach at all. I've seen far worse than this. But it does have moments quite frequently that can be a little bit difficult depending on what your tolerance towards certain stuff is. But allow me to read you the synopsis, the details, the rough gist of what it is. A psychotic serial killer is on the loose, which is always the worst, really. You know, you prefer your psychotic killers to not be on the loose, committing some of the most diabolical crimes the police have ever witnessed. No one is safe as the body count rises and the killer continues his evil odyssey of sadistic butchery. So you can tell this film already had my interest piqued. But when the fiancée of an elite special agent has become one of his victims, a personal investigation... God, I swear to God, I cannot read for shit today, I apologise. A personal investigation becomes a merciless and brutal game of vengeance. As one violent encounter leads to another, it's a game where the hunter becomes as unhinged as the hunted. It's directed by one of Korea's most notorious and revered directors, Kim Ji-woon. I don't know why I had to do that. I always like doing that for some reason, I don't know why. I saw the Devil is an action-packed and I saw The Devil is as action-packed and thrilling as it is extremely dark and disturbing. Also, my interest piqued. Reuniting the director with actor Lee Byung-hun, it also stars Asian cinema legend Choi Min-sik. Unfortunately, I am not familiar with Mr. Choi Min-sik's work, but apparently he's an Asian cinema legend, so... I'm not even sure which guy it is actually. Was it the bad guy that's Choi Min-sik? I'm not actually sure. I'm not actually sure. In fact, I can find out for you while let me have a look. Choi Min-sik. There's loads of like dudes at the bottom here. Like I can click links. Choi. Wait. His name's not here. Oh, cinema starring, but he's not there. Yeah, the cinema legend guy. His name isn't there. There's a Choi Moo-seong. Is that the guy? Choi Moo-seong. I have no idea. This is not IMDb, so I don't know why I even thought clicking his name would take me to other work he has done. But anyway, yeah, absolutely fantastic film. In a nutshell, well, I already read out the details to you and stuff like that, but in a nutshell, it's a revenge story. And I always love a good revenge story. So this private investigator guy is he's on phone to his wife and she's broken down, and some guy pulls up and is like, oh, you know, I can sort you out and stuff like that, you know, just get out of the car and I'll help you out or whatever like that. And he's like, no, just wait for the tow truck to come. And she's like, oh, okay, same. So they hang up and stuff like that, and this guy just won't go away. And you're already starting to get a bad vibe about him. He's got that kind of look about him like, don't trust you, sir. Not at all. And sure enough, he's out to get her. And sure enough, he does. And the guy that plays him does a really good job. He's very weird and disturbed. You can just tell. He takes a real satisfaction in what he does. Like she's saying to him, it's like, oh, like, you know, spare me and stuff like that, you know, like I'm pregnant and stuff like that. And you think like he might have like second thoughts about it, and he just does not give a shit. It's like, you know, just stop whining, off goes your head and stuff like that. He does not, a fuck he does not give. And the guy is just absolutely, I mean, what did it say, unhinged about but something about unhinged in the details and stuff. And that is this guy to a T. seriously, at one point, I made a joke to Claire at one point. I was watching it saying, this guy, he's got this really linear pattern throughout the film. That's probably my only gripe about the film was how linear his pattern is. And it's not like it's a down point, it's just a bit predictable, like, so he kills somebody, fair enough, kind of. So he kills somebody, and then the next time you see him, he's trying to rape, then kill somebody. And then when you see him again, he'll kill somebody. And then when you see him for the fourth time, what's he gonna do? You're right. He's gonna try rape, and then kill somebody. Then for the fifth time, I'm not even making this up either, he'll kill somebody. Then for the sixth time, he'll try rape and kill somebody. He's just constantly trying to either rape or kill, or maintain the order of raping then killing. And that's what can make the film very difficult. It's a strong 18. I assume that's definitely translated into a TV mature, definitely an M rating for the American lot. It's that's what can make it a little bit hard to stomach for some folk, I think, because the killing, the way the killing and the violence gets handled is quite visceral, really. You know, like bones break, like the beatdowns that occur are very, very, very impacty and strong. Like, you know, shit. Like I say, shit gets broken left, right, and centre. The punches go on about twice as long as what you'd think they would and stuff like that. They make sure like that guy got the shit beat out of him big time. I mean, short of seeing the brown trail behind him, you're pretty damn sure. I'm surprised they can even fucking get up. But like I say, the action and the fights are really, really good. I'm not talking like Matrix fight, you know, people jumping off walls and slowing down and shit like that. Just like, oh, sorry, I hit Michael there. Sorry about that, Mike. I really enjoyed the fights. Like I say, the way they just lay into each other and stuff is really, really, really excellent. The damage, and what I liked about it as well, like it said in the details, it's a revenge story where the main guy, he's so, like, he got his fiancée killed by this guy, so he gets his time off work. You know, they give you time off, don't they, to go and like chill out, and you know, like, you're not going to get over it, but you know, just like a bit of a break. And he's like, oh, well, just take a couple months off to his chief, and he's like, no, I only need a couple of weeks. It's like, well, you can take more than that, you know. And it's like, no, just 2 weeks, that's all I need. And you're already starting to think, well, I know what you're going to do in that 2 weeks. You're going to go chase down this motherfucker, aren't you? So sure enough, that's exactly what he does. He's on the hunt for this guy, but he's really, 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 really pissed. Like, not just slightly annoyed, really pissed. He doesn't just want to kill him. He wants serious, hardcore revenge. So it's that kind of like that hunter sort of syndrome where he doesn't just want to capture him and kill him, he wants to hunt him. He wants to capture him, beat the fucking snot out of him, and then he wants to release him. Like, first time he does it, he beats the shit out of him. He puts like a tracking device into him, like a tracking capsule, so he makes him swallow it. He's fucked. He don't even realise what he's done. He's just had the absolute crap beaten out of him, pretty much unconscious. So he makes him swallow this little capsule thing, and then releases him. Even gives him some cash, gives him an envelope with fucking, I don't know how much, it looked like there was a lot of notes in there, but it's Asian currency, so that could be about fucking £10 for all I know. So he gives him all this fucking money so he can like try and get away and stuff like that. So he's wanting him to kind of like run a little bit, so he can recapture him, beat the fuck out of him, release him again, so he can beat the fuck out of him again. It's really, really good. I dug that. It was good. So they keep playing this game of like, right, I'm going to capture you. Wherever he gets really annoyed, actually, does the bad guy. Really, I don't even know what the guy's. What's his name in game now? In game, God, in the film. That's game on the mind all the time, man. But I can't remember his name in game. In film. In the film, I can't remember his name. I'm just gonna call him bad guy. So after a couple of like capture and releases, he starts to figure out like what the hell's going on. Every time I try rape somebody, this guy shows up and beats the fuck out of me. You know, it's like he gets his like he's got his limping, he's had his fucking arm broken, he's all fucked up, all kinds of shit wrong with him. He's just slowly getting more and more and more fucking knackered from this guy showing up and just beating the fucking shit out of him. And he starts to figure out like, why is he showing up everywhere? And after a while, Like I say, these videos, by the way, guys, you know, if you're actually wanting to go in there with no spoilers, probably not the best of idea to listen all the way to the end. But like I say, it's only rough details, but he's he's kind of captured at one point, and they're both pretty fucked. Both the good guy, excuse me, both the good guy and the bad guy. And one of the good guys kind of like, you know, aids in the investigation department of investigations. I don't think that's the full title, but you know what I mean. He's talking to him about this capsule thing, and good guy's like, whoa, shut the fuck up, we might hear you. And he looks over to other guy, like pulls back curtain, and it's like, oh no, he's asleep. And he thought, fuck that, he's not asleep. Anybody can pretend to be asleep. Sure enough, he does hear him. So at that point, it starts to get a bit more risky, because he runs off, buys a load of like diarrhea tablets, shits the thing out, and then he can't track him no more, so he's on the loose. So he fucked up, did the good guy, because he should have killed him when he had the chance the first time, really. The third time he captures him, that should have been it, really, but he fucked up and didn't get him. So the good guy loses track of him, and the bad guy, sure enough, goes, right, you motherfucker. He's not happy about what's been going on at all. He's been cop-blocked like at least twice by this good guy. He's not happy at all. So he goes, right, bitch, you want to try to get even with me? I don't know. I don't understand the logic in this, but like, because the good guy's trying to get even with him, the bad guy's trying to get even with him now. It's like, what? I don't think that really works logically, but okay. So he starts getting the rest of his family then. You know, like the sister-in-law and the father-in-law and stuff like that is after them then. And sure enough, manages it as well. And he's really fucking narked, is the good guy now. He's not pleased, not happy at all. Just really, really fucking annoyed, but it's hard to track him and stuff like that. And the bad guy knows that he's probably going to get him. So he fucks over the good guy's in-laws and stuff like that, and then goes, right, I'm going to turn myself in now. Seriously, like, them apples, what are you going to do once I turn myself in? You can't get me then. So who's won now? 'Cause, like, the good guy's thinking that he's won all the time, you know, he's tracking him and getting him and releasing him, and it's like, eventually I'm going to kill him, so I win. But the bad guy's like, who's won really? When I've killed quite a lot of your fucking family. And now I'm going to turn myself in, who's actually won? So he's about to turn himself in. Doesn't quite go down as planned, and the good guy manages to fucking nab him right outside the police station, no less. I don't. If you watch it, you'll see what I mean. Like, you just like go get him, and like, no, wait for my command. It's like, no, go get him right now. And it's like, no, wait for my command. It's like, oh, just fucking get him, man. Sure enough, the fucking good guy nabs him and shit like that. Takes him off to what's this abandoned place, and inside it, it's got what I can only call like a saw type contraption that he's got him hooked up to and stuff like that. And he's trying to, like, you know, really put the shits up him as the good guy, and trying to get this, like, rise out of him, trying to get this reaction that he wants. And the bad guy didn't really give it to him. He didn't give it to him. But the good guy's got, like, an ace in the hole at the end, where he's got the family of the bad guy. This bad guy seems to have kind of become estranged from his family, and it's kind of like the bad guy's family. Like I say, I won't spoil it. It's very rough spoilers, but I won't spoil it. But the bad guy's family is the one that actually strikes the killing blow as such. And I think that was part of the good guy's revenge a bit as well. But it's a really nice kind of like moment at the end, because the good guy's listening in as the bad guy's family tries to get into the room, and all the the mechanisms wired to the door and stuff like that. So when they open the door, it sorts him out. And he's still listening in with that capsule as the good guy. Left the capsule there so he's got his like little Walkman earphones on and stuff like that, so he can hear it and stuff like that. And he hears it and he goes, okay, right, it's done now. Takes his earphones off, it's done. And it's this really great moment. Like I say, the film overall was really, really well done. Like, the emotion and the atmosphere, it kind of like, it gives you all the way through it. It's really, really great. And this moment where he takes off his earphones, and it's like, right, mission complete, I've got my revenge. And you know, like they always say in films and games and anime and all that kind of shit, where like revenge never really leads to anything satisfactory. You know, when people are seeking revenge, it just engulfs them. Nothing means anything except getting that revenge. But when they get it, they're empty. Then it didn't achieve anything. The people that they loved are still dead, and they got the revenge, but it doesn't bring anybody back. It doesn't make them feel that much better about things, really. And he kind of breaks down a little bit like, well, I won, but did I really? And that was the kind of motto throughout the entire film, like, it's too late to win no matter what you do. His sister-in-law was trying to tell this to him. Like, just stop now. It's you can't win. It's already lost. You know, like, my sister's dead, you can't bring her back no matter what you do to him, it won't bring her back. And as a result of him going for his revenge, he actually makes things not only worse, but in the end actually realises, like, yeah, I can't win, I haven't won. Things have become worse by me seeking revenge, and I don't feel any fucking better about anything about it now. And he kind of, like I say, breaks down a little bit, and it's a good moment and stuff like that. Like I say, a really excellent finish for it. So if you're in the mood for, I mean, like I say, some of the reviews kind of scathing, going, oh, it was violence for the sake of violence. And it's like, well, I disagree. I disagree. The violence was there for a damn reason. The guy was fucking, do you know, the main bad guy, and he has like a friend who's also like a bad guy, do you know, they're both into like, you know, killing people and stuff like that. You know, their reason for being violent is because they're fucked in the head. You know, people like that are like that. And the good guy, the reason he's like that is because it's trying to sell you, like, the good guy has become corrupted by his revenge, you know, like, he's become a monster to hunt a monster. It makes sense, and it's not for the sake of, you know, violence for the sake of violence. It makes sense. You know, the bad guy is just generally deranged, you know, it's not going to stab you like 2 or 3 times, it's going to stab you like 20 or 30 times. He's fucked. And another scathing type of review was that women are all treated badly in this film. It's like, yeah, no duh. Like, women are rape targets in this film by the bad guys, so of course they're treated badly. I mean, what did you do you know, the main bad guy, his entire mission is to rape and kill. So of course any woman that comes across the fucking, ever like steps into the scene, any woman, seriously, it is any woman in this film. If you step on camera in this film, chances are it's going to end in one of 2 ways. You're either going to get raped or you're going to get dead. It's going to end in one of those 2 things. That's just the way it is, and it's because, you know, the film is about this bad guy and stuff like that. So if you come into this bad guy's sphere of influence, there's only 2 ways it's going to end: rape or death, or a combination of the 2, unless the good guy shows up and saves. Like, he saves. In fact, how many people? I think he saves 1 person. 1 person gets saved. No, 1 woman gets saved, and 1 chemist gets saved. I assume. They don't even show if he does actually get saved or not, but he might have done, he might not. But like I said, the woman does. But that's it. And but the thing is, what I disagreed with the reviewers about was that they were attacking it like the film was somehow sexist. Sorry, I should have made this point a bit earlier. That's the problem I have with the film. With the reviews about this film. You know, people saying, oh, it portrays women badly and stuff like that. Like, the film or the directors or the writers are somehow sexist. And it's like, that, I don't get that vibe whatsoever. That's like reading into it when it isn't there. Like, so, oh, because, like, 9 out of 10 women that show up are either dead or raped, the film director and writer is obviously sexist. It's like, what? Can't you tell a fucking story without being sexist? I just do not get that mentality at all. It's a story, for fuck's sake. It's not like this is the director's morals, his moral code, and what he believes. It's a fucking story about a fucking psychotic, serial, killing, raping motherfucker. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, what would have pleased them? Like, the bad guy shows up to an house, and there's a woman there. Rather than doing what the character would, and either kill them or rape them, what would he do? It's like, he knocks on the door, she answers, and he goes, "Hello, miss. I respect your rights as a woman, and I'm all about, women and stuff like that. I would never treat one badly, and I just really admire the strength that women have inside, and what they can do and stuff like that." And then walks away. What the fuck? That doesn't make sense. I don't know what. That would have probably pleased them. That would have probably pleased them. I I don't even need to explain this, guys. Obviously, I don't condone fucking raping and fucking killing and stuff like that. This is a fucking given. But I'm just saying, it's a fucking film, for God's sake. It's entertainment. It's a story. It's not fucking, like, you know, the reflection of the writer's moral codes. And I tell you, this is what led me on to this. Some reviews go, if you enjoyed this film, it shows what kind of person you are. And it's like, oh no, motherfucker, you just didn't. That's basically saying anybody that enjoys a film that has, like, anybody, like, somebody dies, you like to murder. If somebody gets raped, you like to rape. If somebody takes drugs, you like drugs. It's like, what? It's entertainment, it's a film. Not everything you watch and enjoy has to be like a mirror of yourself. That is just ridiculous thinking. Some of the reviews, seriously. I mean, I'm not going to scroll through the entire lot and stuff like that, but I'll find here we go, the first half star out of 5 reviews. Let's have a read more of this review here. Let's have a look. When it loads. Come on, love film, load the, come on! Here we go. Comic book stuff, this from what I saw. Oh my god, your English is fucking shit, man. I suppose you could even click half a star. To be fair, I didn't see it through to the end. Well, that's always a great way to do a review, isn't it? One-dimensional, homicidal antagonists slash their way through contrived and naive plot. 12-year-old boys only. Fuck off. If you can't see what's going on, like some of like the emotion in bits of the film and stuff like that, and you know what the story's actually about, then I ain't got no fucking time for you to review, mate. I would dying to find no, don't report this review. I would dying to try and find that review that I read that was saying about, you know, like, this is a reflection of, you know, you, if you like this film. It's like, fuck off. This guy says, summing it up, stylistically and technically impressive. This exercise in abhorrence ranks a lot. I like that word, abhorrence. Ranks alongside the likes of Wolf Creek as an incredibly well-made but completely unlikable thriller. It's like, what? It's like, you can like this as a film. No one's asking you to like it as a moral code, as like, you know, this is how you should conduct yourself. People, man, seriously. People. Amping up the sexual violence to an almost unbearable level and lacing it with a tension rooted in a complete misunderstanding of thrills. No, I think you have a complete misunderstanding of thrills. This misogynistic, see what I mean? Misogynistic? Just because, like, you know, it's about, you know, I've already said it. An ultra-violent serial killer thriller is the antithesis of the brilliance of recent Korean cinema. Sorry, I should have mentioned this earlier, it's a Korean film. You might have got it from the photos and stuff like that I'll probably have on screen. It's modern horror taken way too far, as reality gives way to madness without explanation or potential for audience escape. Good! It grabs hold of you and it goes, you ain't fucking moving, motherfucker, not unless you turn me off. At nearly 2.5 hours, it's way too long. No. And seriously, I didn't even realise it was 2.5 hours long. I thought it was an hour and a half, so it flew by for me personally. And makes the mistake of never explaining why after only 20 minutes or so. Oh wait, never explaining why? What? Seriously? Have you ever... seriously, go and watch some kind of like... What about Manson, Charlie Manson? Has he ever explained why he killed anybody? Did he really need a fucking... Well, he's got some reasons. Charlie's a bad example, actually. He's just fucked in the head. And but anyway, a lot of like serial killers and stuff like that. What was the reason? It's either a shit reason, or they didn't have a reason. They just wanted to. So why the hell should the film go out of its way to explain when it's much more powerful the fact that it doesn't really have a reason? I mean, my own take on his reason is, I don't know, maybe women kind of piss him off. He always feels like women treat him like shit. So he's born a grudge to them. That's my take on it. But it doesn't need to explain it. Because fucking what kind of rational reason do serial killers have? I thought he should die. I didn't like him. There's no real rational fucking reason for it. So, these reviews, man. After 20 or so minutes, the so-called good guy, ever letting the bad guy go in the first place? Oh, well, that doesn't really make sense at all. Anyway, I think he's bitching there because the good guy lets the bad guy go. It's like, yeah, because he's kind of gone a little bit off the rails and he wants hardcore revenge. You don't want to just kill him. He says at the end, the bad guy's going to him, just kill me. Just kill me. And the good guy goes, if it were that easy, I'd have already done it. It pains me when good films just go under the radar on some folk so hard. It really, really pains me, because it's like the writer must go there and he must put his head into his hands going, oh my god, I put effort and work into that and it's just gone completely unacknowledged. Nasty nonsense, he finishes the review on. No, I think your review was nonsense. As I always say, folk are free to have their opinion. You know, I'm glad that, you know, this film rubs some people the wrong way. Otherwise it'd be boring. You know, the film is entirely designed to rub some people the wrong way, I think. And, you know, that makes it good. You know, like I say, if everybody had the same opinion, it would be boring. But you know, I think I have no problems with folk having an opinion. It's when some people try to pass opinion as fact. Like, this style is wrong. This is how it should be. It's like, says you, motherfucker. Have your opinion. I don't like it. I thought this wasn't right. I thought I'd have liked to have seen it done this way. But don't, like, declare it as in, this is wrong. This is bad. This isn't right. This is how it should be. It's like, whoa, you've just stepped out of opinion into, like, trying to state opinion as fact. Wrong. Because I didn't even agree with you to begin with, so now you're definitely wrong, motherfucker. But there you go, dudes. There you go. I Saw The Devil. That would be my film recommendation of today. It was very sweet. I enjoyed it. Well, I don't know if I would call it a sweet film, but you know what I mean. It's a sweet film. It's great. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I like to watch a good Asian film from time to time. They make some absolutely cracking films. And this, like I say, I can't remember what was the last. I can't remember the last Asian film I saw. I'm talking like the actual Asian films, not anime or anything like that, or anime film. I'm like an actual. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, it was something good, and I can't remember. Anyway, I'll probably remember it sometime soon. I'll have to do an on topic for it. But yeah, I do highly recommend that. If I was to give it stars, what would I give it out of 5? A solid 4. A solid 4. Yeah. There was 1 or 2 moments, and it's like, I don't understand why he did that, but no worries. But like I said, like at the end when he stood outside the police station and the police are umming and ahhing to the point where the good guy can just like swipe him and run off with him. That was like an and ah, and that knocked off like half a star in me for that. But other than that, a good solid 4 stars. Highly recommend watching, as long as you are of the correct age. Otherwise, I would not recommend watching that. Not at all. Certainly not for the weak stomach. Certainly not at all. But very much recommended. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed that film if you get around to watching it. See you later, dudes. See yous.